Hey Toolerinos, got a quick tool haul video here, combination yard sale and Habitat for Humanity. So let's see what I got. I'll start with these solar lights. Picked these up for lighting outside my son's shop. Walking, now the sun's going down sooner, it's kind of dark to walk back there and it's dark outside, so these were inexpensive at a yard sale. And this is for a flagpole, but I think we're going to try to repurpose it as a light for outside his shop. Next up, we got this fuel tank. I'm not sure what it's from originally, but we should be able to put a little valve on there and some tubing and mount it to something that can easily be positioned around an engine that he's working on, so that he just has a temporary quick hookup fuel tank for when he's tinkering on engines. Next up is this right socket box. If you watch my previous stuff, you'll know I decided to start collecting right tools because they are made in Barberton, Ohio, which is pretty close by. I saw this for $1, so I knew it was just an empty box, but it's in pretty good shape. The latch works perfect, the hinge works perfect. There's one little dent right here, so no big deal, I can straighten that out. So nice find for $1. Next up is this Craftsman Hand Saw. It is modern, but not so modern that it's not made in USA. The handle is in beautiful shape. The grind on the surface is pretty cool. Reminds me of that other neat saw that I have. So I want to clean the rust off and just put it on the wall near the workbench so that I can use it for a quick cut without having to get out a power tool. You see the teeth are still in fine shape. I like that it includes this little piece of plastic as a guard. Protects the teeth. So, pretty cool. It's even got a little medallion, and the screws are, I'm assuming they're brass plated and not real brass, but I haven't checked yet. They could be real brass. Next up, this was from a yard sale. As you can see, it was $1, which I thought was a steal for an ammo box, regardless of what's inside of it, which is rusty nails. So I don't know if I'll bother saving those or not. I have a lot of nails, but they are kind of cool, and that they're some of them anywhere, this double head, which I probably don't have a lot of. So I don't know, maybe Reggie's gonna rub off on me and I'll sort these out and de-rust them. We'll see. A little hard to do that one-handed. But it says Kenna Metal on the side. I don't really know anything about ammo boxes, but it's pretty stout, pretty cool. Alright, some more yard sale stuff. This bucket, raised on country sunshine. I thought it was kind of cool. The bucket was $1 with all the hardware inside. And let's see what's in here. One of these cool railroad lanterns. It says Progress Through Safety, Southern Pacific. So maybe that was a safety award or something. It's probably not super old, but it definitely has a little age to it. The handle's dry rotting a little bit. And it does take that weird kind of battery, so I'm not sure if I'll actually be able to use that or if I'll just clean it up and hang it on the wall downstairs in the train room, but it's pretty cool. I got this for $6 at the yard sale. It was not marked. The guy said he wanted 10. I got him down to 6. The chuck still spins, so the chuck works. It has it's a 2-jaw. It's missing a handle, but the release pins still work to change the gear position, to change the speed, and it still spins. And I don't know if you'll be able to tell in there or not, but the bubble level is still good, it's just filthy. And I'm not sure who makes this. I have not cleaned it up well enough to find any markings. You can still see some original black paint on the handle. So it's a neat fixer-upper. future projects, I need another one of those like I need a hole in the head, but you know, couldn't pass it up. It was too cool. Picked up a nice big rubber mallet for my son's shop. Nothing super special here, just a big rubber mallet. And for $2, I got this old box filled with random stuff. There's a router bit. I saw this and decided it was worth $2 for some Dremel cutoff wheels, actual Dremel brand, so I thought those would be good. And you can see there's this variety of high-speed steel and some sort of ground cutters, like a burr rubber cutting tool or something. Not sure exactly what all these things are, but I'm sure I can make use of the high-speed steel on my lathe if I ever get it up and running. And there's another like deburring tool or something. So for $2, I thought for sure that was worth it. Next up, for $1, I got this nice leather tool pouch, again for my son. He doesn't have anything like that yet, so can't pass it up for $1. And then in the bucket, I got lots of these screws that Reggie seems to like so much, where it has the self-cutting, self-tapping, and some other random hardware. Oh, down in here hiding is a really cool sander, I think. Anyway, so it's just made of metal, you know, sheet metal. But you see this lever, the way it's attached inside, it goes loose, so you can wrap a piece of sandpaper around here, up over the sides. And you put that on and push the lever back. It grips it really well. So, nice hand sander. I haven't found any marks on it yet, so I don't know if it's a neat brand or anything, but regardless, it is a neat sander. So for 50 cents, it followed me home. Alright, I think I'm going to straighten up some of this stuff before I get into that box. Alright, diving into this box. This little plastic tote with all these pieces, parts was in it at Habitat for Humanity for $2. And it says, what is it? And I see it says Little Giant on the side here, so I thought, oh, that's got to be something interesting, right? But looking it up, it is a wall-mounted shoe holder. It has these different size tops to put on the end here, and you're supposed to mount your shoe in it so you can polish your shoe, you know, while standing there looking at it, rather than trying to polish a shoe while it's on your foot. So, interesting. Probably not super useful. For me anyway, I don't polish my shoes too much. Maybe I should. Alright, next up, $1 wrench, and it's super stout. This is very heavy, very thick, and I have never heard of this one. It says Chromall, forged in USA, number 18033, and it's an odd size, 31/32 and 7/8. There it is. So it was just super stout, and it was $1, and it was a brand I'd never heard of, so that came home with me too. Future little hammer project here was only $1. The head is a little loose. It lost one of its wedges, but got a neat little head. You know, it's all intact. There's no damage. And normally when I find things at Habitat for Humanity, older style hammers like this, they're real beat up. There's chunks missing off the head. And I kind of like how this has this long piece here, so if you miss a nail, it'll hit the metal here rather than start to destroy the handle. And so, I don't know, it just kind of spoke to me. I have a little hole punch here. It's definitely in desperate need of sharpening, but I'm just trying to pick these up whenever I can find them cheap. to try to build up a nice little set of them for cutting gaskets and things. This is a socket adapter to hold like screwdriver tips, so 50 cents. Here is a Craftsman 3/8 deep well 6-point, and it's a V, but it almost looks like there's another V, like it's a VV. I'm not sure what that means. And then the 3 and the 3/8 is like between some more of these horizontal lines. So I don't know if that was just mis-stamped or double stamped or what, but the fact that it's not plated does not appear to have ever been plated. 50 cents. I picked up this little made in USA hacksaw. It's kind of lightweight, it's kind of small. It says USA patent pending. And the original, it was $2 at Habitat for Humanity. But the original price tag is still on it. It was $2.80 wherever that was sold. And it has this little tag that says Easeco. So I'm assuming that's the brand, right? We've heard of Easeco before. And to change it from a 10-inch blade to a 12-inch blade, there's a pin here that you pull out and reposition. So I thought, well, that's cool. It's lightweight, it's small. I'm going to put this in the train room for working on model stuff. I picked this up for my son. It's a puller set. It's only missing some washers, which is no big deal. And it still has its tips. There's no damage to the threaded part. And I'm sure he could make use of it. So I know it's just a Harbor Freight grade of tool or whatever. It seems very similar to the one I also have in my shop, which I have damaged the threads on for overdoing it on some project. So this will make a good addition to my son's shop and for me to borrow. Picked up a couple pair of slip joint pliers, pretty good condition, and this one I thought was neat because it's a Barcelo Buffalo USA. And I saw this one was USA. It's got some wear, right? It shouldn't slide that much. But I don't know if you can make it out there, but I think it's electrolyte, which probably means it was made in Ohio. So, it's a keeper. And then I got this basically new looking, so I would call it NOS. And look at it shine. And it is a Craftsman made in USA. So for $1, that followed me home too. Maybe I'll give that to my son. He probably doesn't have one of those yet. Alright, and I saved the best for last. At least I think. So I picked up a really nice heavy-duty Master Mechanic made in USA professional hacksaw, which I'm gonna give to my son for his shop. I like that it's got the part in front of the grip to protect your hand, and it is just very heavy. It is solid. It weighs way more than you would expect. I'm not sure if it's chrome vanadium or what it's made of, but it's definitely a high quality feel to it. I know this just has like spot welds in here holding it together, but if it's supposed to be professional grade, hopefully they're really good spot welds. And look at the size of the wing nut on here. You could really tighten down your blade well. So that's going to my son's shop. And this one is going in my shop. This is going to be my user. I'll clean it up, take all the rust off. It also has the sort of the protection in front of the handle. Big old wing nut on it. But it is a It is a Miller's Falls, Greenfield, Massachusetts, USA, and it was $2. So this too is a nice heavy saw. It's got rivets here, no spot welds there, but it's just very heavy feeling, very stout, very high quality, and it's got all the smaller adjustments, half-inch adjustments, as you find on the older saws versus the new saws that only have 1-inch adjustments. So, pretty cool. Pretty nice tool haul. Hey Leo, did you come to visit? Who's a good boy? Yeah. I know, you just want attention.